She said she was a beauty blogger. He helped her, supported her, bought the lights. Then one night, he opened her laptop and found a business built on strangers and secrets. She called it content. He called it the last straw. She had followers, but lost the only one who truly knew her. Based on a true disconnect, watch how it all unraveled. She told him she was building her brand, makeup, skincare, tutorials. Just temporary, she said, until I grow big enough for sponsorships. He believed her, even bought her a ring light, cleared out the guest room for her studio. Every night, she locked the door, set up her phone, and tell him, recording now. And he never asked more. He never watched her videos. Said he wanted to respect her process. You're building something, he smiled. I'm proud of you. She smiled back. But every time he walked past that closed door, he heard laughter, moaning, sometimes typing, fast, urgent. He told himself it was editing, maybe bloopers. He didn't want to look too close. One night, her phone buzzed while she showered. Normally, she took it with her. That night, she forgot. He glanced, just glanced. Notification, payment received for full convo pack. Sending now? He froze, heart in his throat. Then another. Can I get the unfiltered version? It wasn't makeup tips. It was something else. He opened her laptop, hesitated, then clicked. Folder, clients, another, requests. Inside, screenshots, chats, poses, price lists, names blurred, faces not. Some even used his apartment as background. His pillows, his couch, his bed. But he wasn't in the frame, just her. And the lens she never pointed at him. She walked in, wet hair, towel wrapped, saw the screen, froze, no words, just silence. He looked at her, calm. How much does my couch go for? Her mouth opened, closed, no answer, just breathing. He stood, walked past her, no yelling, no demands, just one sentence. You're not a brand. You're a stranger with a storefront. It's not like that, she said. He said nothing. They don't touch me. It's just text. Attention, that's all. He looked at her like a stranger in his home. You used my house, my things. She stepped closer. It's business. He laughed, the kind that doesn't sound like joy. And I was the unpaid intern, I guess. She cried that night, curled on the couch like a child. He stood near the window, silent. I needed to feel wanted, she whispered. You stopped looking at me like they do. He didn't turn around, just said, that's because I wasn't renting you. Her sobs got louder. He stayed still, like he didn't even hear. She tried to explain in the morning. Coffee, soft voice, no makeup. You don't understand what it's like to be invisible. He stared at the mug. I gave you space, time, support, everything. She nodded. I know. But it sounded like she didn't. He took one sip, put the cup down. You used me like lighting, background. He didn't leave that day or the next. He just stopped talking, stopped asking, slept on the couch, answered in nods. She kept filming. But now the door stayed cracked, as if she wanted him to hear, like guilt needs an audience. But he never listened. He already knew her lines. He found her office page, customized messages, private moans. Real girlfriend energy, it said, for $49.99. He laughed again, quiet, bitter. She had built an entire world from pixels and names, but lost the one person who knew her silence. That kind of loss doesn't hit all at once. It bleeds out slowly. She tried wearing the things he liked, cooked his favorite dinner, lit candles. "Let's talk," she whispered. He didn't say no, but he didn't sit. Just stood in the hallway, arms crossed. "You shared yourself with everyone but me," he said. "Now you want me to pay attention like a subscriber?" She didn't answer, just blew out the candle. She started posting more, louder, wilder, new filters, deeper cuts. Her likes went up, so did the tips, but not his eyes. He stopped looking at her screen, stopped reacting to her good angles, because nothing she posted now was really for him, and he knew it never had been. One night, she asked, "Do you still love me?" He didn't blink. "I don't know who you are." She laughed, software shaky. "I'm still me." He shook his head. "Number, you're what they pay for, and I'm just the guy holding the charger." That silence after hit harder than any scream. She stayed up late that night, didn't record, didn't edit, just sat on the floor in their room staring at the closet. His things were still there, jacket, watch, shoes, but he wasn't. He was in the next room, building a life where her name didn't echo in every corner. The next morning, he packed a bag. Nothing dramatic, just clean, precise. She watched, didn't speak. He zipped it shut, looked at her once. "I was proud of you," he said, "before I knew what you really built." Then he left. No door slam, no look back, just footsteps. And then the kind of silence you don't recover from. She filmed that night. Makeup perfect, smile clean, voice smooth. "Hey, loves," she said to the camera, but her eyes kept shifting to the door, the one he used to walk through. She read comments, smiled at tips, sent hearts, but everything felt quieter now, as if even the lens had stopped looking at her the same. He rented a room across town, blank walls, no noise, no ring lights. He cooked, read, walked in silence. The kind of silence that didn't beg for attention, just existed. For once, he wasn't a prop in someone else's content. He was just a man with nothing to prove, and finally, no one to perform for. She DM'd him. "Can we talk?" He saw it, didn't open. Her next post said, "Sometimes people leave when you finally need them." Comments poured in. "Men are trash. You deserve better." But the truth was quieter than the feed, and it never asked for likes. She went live. Tears, mascara, a dim-lit room. "I lost someone who mattered," she said. Her followers sent hearts, donations, support, but none of them knew the sound of his laugh, or the way he brewed coffee, or what silence felt like when he walked away. They just knew the filter, not the fallout. He scrolled past her live by accident, paused, watched for a second, then kept scrolling. No hate, no regret, just a quiet sense of not mine anymore. She had thousands watching, but not him, not the one that mattered, and that silence, that absence, said more than any block ever could. She created a second account. New name, new aesthetic. "Clean start," she wrote. But the photos looked the same. The angles, the captions, the emptiness. Because rebranding doesn't fix what's broken inside. It just wraps it prettier. He walked past a couple holding hands. The girl laughed like she meant it. The guy looked at her like he never questioned a thing. He smiled. not jealous, just remembering what trust used to feel like. Then he kept walking. No bitterness, no flashbacks, just pavement under his feet and no voice in his head. She got invited to a podcast. Tell us your truth, they said. She spoke like she was healing, like he didn't exist, like her story had only one character, her. Thousands clapped, millions streamed, but not him. He was at the park feeding birds, and for once, he wasn't the subject of a story, just a quiet man living his own. She won an influencer award, gave a speech. To everyone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. They clapped. She cried. But even on that stage, something felt missing. Not the man, not the past. Just the version of herself that didn't need applause to feel real. He saw her photo once on a billboard, bright, perfect, smiling. The world called her successful, but he just saw a ghost in lipstick. Someone he used to hold, now pixelated, distant, and unreal. He looked for a second, then crossed the street and never looked back. She reached out one last time. An email, long, emotional. I'm not asking to fix anything. I just wanted you to know I still think about you. He read it twice, then archived it. Not because it hurt, but because it didn't. That chapter didn't need a reply, just a period. She stayed online, changed platforms, changed names, but never changed the way she sold herself. New fans came, new money, but it all felt like reruns. And late at night, when she turned the camera off, all she had was silence. And a man she couldn't monetize. He started writing, not about her, about moments, coffee in quiet cafes, rain against the window, the smell of bookstores, things no one clapped for. And that's what made them real. They didn't need an audience, just honesty. She popped up on his feed once, auto-suggested. He didn't click, didn't even hesitate, just tapped not interested and smiled. Not because he hated her, but because he'd finally remembered who he was, without her shadow over the screen. He never told anyone her full name, never shared screenshots, never exposed her. Because the loudest revenge isn't shouting, it's healing quietly, fully, until even her memory can't trend in your mind anymore.